we're going to take a quick look at this Reckless Flurry deck that we used the past few days. I must say it's pretty nice using a deck that's actually sort of good. In case you haven't been watching recently, we've been playing mainly vampires with Koshi, and we played dwarves also. And let's just say well, they're functional decks and they're okay. They're not really the best things to climb with, per se. But this Witcher deck here, this got a pro rank in no time, thanks to actually being pretty good. And not being exploited because the meta is extremely control heavy, and those other decks are engine reliant, so they get answered pretty frequently. As far as this deck goes, I must point out one thing. Arnaghad. We've played, I think, 20 or so games with this deck now. Not one time has Arnaghad gotten us value. 0 games. Even with Ken, there's just too much removal. There's Heatwave everywhere, and it just doesn't work out. And our opponents are sometimes getting value versus us. So like a Monsters player, they'll play their Gen-Ken, they'll damage each other, the Gen-Ken will go down to it too, and our Arnaghad will take like 6 or 7 damage. And then they'll just teleport it and heal their guy back up and boost it again. So Arnaghad's gotten us literally no value in any game. So we're taking him out. There's too much control for him, and we're putting in Heatwave. This is one of the suggestions I said when I posted this video the first time for the deck. We're gonna play Heatwave. I kept playing with Arnaghad. I wanted to make him work, but it's too much control right now. It just doesn't work out. And even if they don't have like a Heatwave or something, they'll just hit it with a Nature's Rebuke or a couple bombs or something. So we're putting in Heatwave. We kept running into siege decks, and actually at least one elf scenario deck, and there's always a ball. So yeah, we're going with Heatwave. I considered dropping him and Maxii / Berengar for the Oneiromancy and then adding 2 Golden Froths. But honestly, the Berengar in particular did much better than I expected. With so much control, having a 9 you can just throw down sort of correctly. As long as you play him in a row with a Witcher, he's not going to die, because every turn you can play a Witcher with a deck. So I like having him. He's actually performed quite well. And then Maxii, we didn't actually conflict Maxii with Selective Mutation as much as I was concerned about. Because if you see your deck order, you can always just play Selective Mutation round 3 and draw your missing card after you've drawn for Maxii. So that didn't actually conflict too much. It worked out in the end. And everything else, like I said, other than now Heatwave and Portal. Heatwave we wouldn't have if we had Oneiromancy. We don't really need Oneiromancy just for Portal, I don't think. It seems like a waste of provisions. But yeah, this is the update to the deck. I considered also the other Golden Froth is, with so many bomb decks out there, they're playing, what is it, Dancing Star? What's the one that damages things next to it? Yeah, Dancing Star. They're playing a lot of Dancing Stars, that just kills like 3 of our Witcher guys, so it can actually be hard to have 3 Witchers, or 3 guys next to each other for the Golden Froth value, unless you're doing like Eskel, Vesmir, Lambert, and playing some stronger cards. So yeah, this is the deck update. Definitely would recommend Heatwave over Arnaghad. Sorry Arnaghad, you just get killed all the time. So we found Overwhelming Hunger. Not exactly what we're looking for, but lay the shadows? Obviously we don't really want both of these guys. Here's our Portal. We have Leo and Vesmir, so these actually gain a lot more value than typically, so I'm going to keep them. And we'll go with this hand. We're not playing Lambert. There's a Sunset Wanderers because he's everywhere. So it's a Succubus deck. Interesting. We're going to thin out our Bear Witcher guys. The Adepts. That'll be pretty helpful. With this second one, these armor ups will be very useful here. I'm gonna Death Wish that with the Under Shadows. So we will just start getting a couple of these guys out. Going for a lot of value on our Leo and our Vesemir. I predict he will try to fight for this round pretty hard. This way we're also pretty safe from Manticore if he has Manticore. Okay, they'll do 1 damage to all of our guys. He's gonna trigger the Death Wish and kill our students, maybe? Yeah, kinda what I expected. We will just hit another armor up, we'll just make some more. No big deal. There's a second adept.
No, damn it!
Probably has the Oneiromancy warrior guy. Oh, Barghest. Sure. There's the second one out of the deck. Gerd is going to be coming down for 4 here. Arnaghad might be worth a lot later. I think Gerd's our choice.
Send as many lackeys as you like. I'll send them all back in pieces.
He's 8, does 5 damage and gives them 1, so he's a 12-point there. 12-point play there. That's excellent value. Almost took away his dominance, but not quite. Oh, he's just gonna pass. So we're gonna take the win on even. He's decided that he can't push into us, which is good for us, as we have a very strong position here. We don't have our portal to push with, but we thinned out with that round 1, and we have our Leo, we have our Vesemir. I think we're only really missing is Axii, but we have Geralt for that. There's Maxii. So Heatwave would be nice to get. I think he's playing Scenario. So what we want to do is we're going to draw a card with Adrenaline and put something back. What has Adrenaline? Bear Witcher. You can alternatively use Maxii. Bear Witcher has Adrenaline. But is Bear Witcher better than these guys? Bear Witcher is better than Maxii here because we have the Arnaghad, and I don't think he's going to damage us otherwise. So we'll draw into... But then Bear Witcher sets us up for a little bit of trouble with the Adrenalines. We're going to play this. Then we'll just put him right back. We're going to run into Adrenaline trouble because we have Adrenaline on Vesemir, Adrenaline on Mentor, and Adrenaline on the Bear Witcher then, and then we'll have the Adrenaline on this. Those have to be our 4 last plays, and I don't want them to be our 4 last plays. I want Leo to be in there somewhere. So we're going to have to think and play around that. There's this. Going to seize one of my students. No seizing a student. Seizes a 4 or lower. That's fine. We will play our Maxii then. Heatwave's on top. We can pull him from the bottom. I like this choice. I don't know if he has any damage cards to really try and get through our Maxii. Alright, there's the fog guy. Question is, so we have Berengar ready to play soon. We could go for our Junod and force out the Deathwish Steel on a 2-point student rather than something else. Because I don't think there'll be anything else with high base power. So let's do that. Go for our Junod here. Whatever. I don't want... We're going to deny points this way. There's nothing... I don't think Junod's going to hit anything else in his deck. I don't think anything has high base power. So I'd rather do this and deny a little bit of value than anything else. Then we can play our Berengar now. We have 2 Witchers on this row. Now we're coming into the range where we can start playing our Adrenaline cards. This is good. If we go for Bear Witcher in the melee row, then the Arnaghad can heal Maxii. Then we don't have any damage. That's fine. We have Axii still for his Sunset Wanderers from our Geralt. Then Leo and Vesemir, obviously. Release Wrath, sure. Damage Berengar. There's the Sunset Wanderers. We could Geralt into Axii here, but he might actually play something bigger than that, or more boosted. If we play Vesemir Mentor melee, we have 2 damaged guys. I think Bear Witcher is still where it's at. Regular old Bear Witcher. Can we take away his dominance? No. We're going to spawn anything else that doesn't get carryover? No. So let's just go for Mentor. Seems like the safer play here. If we don't want to keep going, we have a lot of carryover set up now. We'll put the Arnaghad between these guys. Then we can heal them, and that way, if we want to choose the Bear Witcher Mentor, we'll still get full heal value of the Arnaghad. Squirrel. Nothing really matters for him to squirrel here. Oh, fuck, it's the lowest. That's right. So, I thought it was Frost for a second. Let's see, we're going to play our... We could thin out 3 here. I really want this for the Bear Witcher, I think he might have something to remove. But, in case he doesn't, this is a fairly safe play. Just thin out the deck. Leo's going to be pretty big here. We can put Arnaghad by Berengar, we'll still get the full healing value then. Yeah, there's the Manticore. So we played the Witcher students earlier in the other round because we were concerned about something like that. So we'll play the Arnaghad, put it here, go for our Bear Witcher, and we'll damage the squirrel.
I'll cleave you in two.
Damaging the squirrel means that these guys are both boosted, so we can choose between them for our Axii. I don't want his succubus stuff going, really. Okay, there's a Karen. That might get taller too. Has immunity. So Axii's not super awesome then. Question is, do we pass? Have him go down a card? Or we keep going, because we hit 4 value off Arnaghad here. And then Leo. Leo's not going to get much value later, so I think we'll do this now. We go Arnaghad, hit the value, play Leo, then we'll save our Geralt for the next round.
Apples like so.
If he's going to get 17 points in one card here, it's probably going to be Detlef. Heatwave, sure, he's used his Heatwave now. Okay. Both leader charges are gone. He's got 1 card left. We have Axii can't hit Karen. Quartermaster doesn't get any value outside of 6. Bear Witcher's worth 9. Axii hits this thing. Okay, we're gonna go. I think we can just beat him. Geralt into Axii. We'll reset the Ekamara. And just fire off 6 damage. I don't really think he can come. No, I don't think he has 18 points in a card. And he didn't have time to set up his succubus. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. GG. Alright, let's find another game here. I wanted to play 2 games for this video. Then we just lost to a mill deck because we lost our internet connection. I'm glad that he got his win. Although, I'm pretty sure if we didn't lose our connection, we would have won the game. 100% sure. But yeah, we just DC'd round 1 after like 3 cards. And he won. So we're not going to include that, obviously. Let's see, we're going to try and get him here. Imprisonment, probably some kind of ball deck. Did draw both of them, it's not ideal. I'm a little annoyed we DC'd. Actually quite a bit, because I hate mill decks. They're just a waste of everyone's time. Although now they're actually better and can actually win a game without being just a gimmick. Not sure how I feel about that. We're gonna push with Portal. If he is smart and he has Mata, they play Mata here. Well, they don't have to play Mata, because if they draw your Bear Witcher Adept with Mata, you get kind of destroyed. But there's also a bunch of other 4-pushing cards in the deck, so it's not guaranteed. Ciri Dash. Well, we can reset that, and then kill it with Junod. Yeah, let's just do that.
Damn it.
I said Junod, but we have to get him through Geralt Ken. That's fine with me. Problem is we can't Axii Sunset Wanderers anymore. Double Ciri. Well, I guess we have to Junod one of these.
Let's get this over with. Well, as long as you're sinking, might as well walk on the bottom.
As far as the other one,
Inside now.
we can do 2 damage here with armor up. That puts it to 3. We won't get down and adrenaline enough to actually kill the Bear Witcher. Here comes Madoc. We could draw into a Witcher adrenaline card of our choice. Doesn't help. Let's think. How do we get rid of this Ciri? He's probably going to put our bomb next turn. So I think we'll armor up here. I think next turn he plays a bomb and brings us back, and then we have 6 damage. It could kill Ciri. The Ciri here just stops the winning on even from being too bad for him. Basically, we go from winning on even to winning a card down.
I bring death, quite literally.
So Ciri here, we don't have the Adrenaline 4. Could go for a mutation, but I think we'll just play our Berengar. He's gonna get his Ciri off, but that is what it is.
Blue ribbon.
It's rather unfortunate we didn't get one of our Gutting Slashes, or our Heatwave. If we just straight Heatwave to the Ciri in the beginning, this guy would be in a lot of trouble. We wanted to, but we didn't have it. There's a bomb, he's gonna bring this guy back. There's Sunset Wanderers. He's gonna draw his card. He's still down in points, because none of these damage will probably do anything. Oh, we did take 1. We have Aaron Caduct still. But I think we'll go for our... We go Selective Mutation into our Vesemir for carryover. I think that's our best choice. We can also shuffle back one of the trio so we can play them out if needed. It's unlikely his bombs are going to get too much value here. He might have a Dancing Star. They all seem to play Dancing Star nowadays. Moon Dust. It's probably going to hit a bunch of armor. Yeah. We'll play our Mentor. That's a lot of points.
Left of that one.
That's for sure. He's done a Sunset Wanderers. We have Heatwave for a ball. The thing is, we played 2 of our big cards. There's Evor, Evil Eye. This guy's pretty popular now because Sunset Wanderers. See what, 12 points? We're gonna heal back though, so it's not that bad. We'll go for our quartermaster.
Take care of your blades, and they'll
Just
take
do
care
some of this.
Why don't train
Spawn
like a
some
cone?
guys.
I hate it.
We're up by quite a few points. Yeah. Now what we want to do here is get our Heatwave and then do a push where we can banish his ball. That's the goal. We do have it. Armor Up's not the strongest card here. This isn't bad. I don't want to draw into one of these guys, so I think we'll keep this hand. We can just open with Quartermaster. It's at 6 points. You probably won't remove it.
I'd lend you a hand, but they're not outnumbered.
He might have a lock for it. That's okay though. The Lambert Eskel Vesemir. I don't want to play immediately. There's the lock for it we mentioned. Now we'll play these guys. I think we'll go for... The thing is, I wanted to play Bear Witcher off of this. I think we'll go for our Lambert trio here. Get these guys out. He has so many locks here, but they're not going to get too much value. We really, I think, should not have opened with this guy. Quartermaster, I think that was a mistake. Probably should open with this. There is the Blight Maker. No surprise. Okay, at least hit the guy with armor. Gird's not huge. This offers carryover potentially, and we have the damage from the Bear Witcher, so we'll go for this. Just take out this guy. I want him to play his ball. We can Heatwave the ball, he might be placed... Because he won't, if he has Aristocrat, the Emperor guy, Usurper, he won't be evolved to an Aristocrat yet, so he might not actually have enough. We're up a lot here. Dead Man's Tongue will put him up a lot. Okay, so if he doesn't play ball, we can Heatwave the Dead Man's Tongue target, which will be this Mage Assassin. That's a pretty big Heatwave target if he's not going to play ball. We'll just do this healing here. Play our Gird.
Shoot down, stab him dead. Easier that way.
8 points isn't great, but he has to commit here. I want him to just to play ball. We can also, if he doesn't play anything big here, we can Heatwave the 12-point guy, then shoot off 6 points. It's an 18-point swing, and then if he doesn't play ball, he might not actually be able to win the round. Red Haze, I don't think he can win this round. Let's think. He might have a bomb. Go here. Two of these, it's 18. We're up by 21. He's 22 and 2 cards. One's Usurper. Let me force out ball. What if they're not Usurper and ball? You have to be worth on average 9 points for him. Well, he gets 6 off his leader. We're up by 21. They have to be pretty big cards, so let's do this. Do this. Hopefully just don't hit too much on my dock without killing him. Oh, to kill him. That's the same as if we didn't hit him at all. He's 22. I hope he saves his ball now and gets punished for it. There's 3 in a lock. Swears he's gonna steal that. That's, what, 7? He needs 12 more points. Yeah. GG. That was our 25th Skellege game of the season, so we actually have gotten 25 games, all with this deck, I believe. And yeah, got a win. Finally got our ranking for getting 25 wins, got our full pro rank ranking for Skellege. So about the deck, Heatwave, definitely good. Arnaghad, I don't really miss him. And as far as the rest of the deck, again, the Maxii, Berengar, and Heatwave / Axii, you can take out a combination of those for Oneiromancy. I didn't feel like I needed it. And then you'd add in the 2 Golden Froths, probably. I would like more removal here, but I think we just have enough. Dorregaray of Vole over Berengar is one change. Berengar gives you 3 or 4 potentially more points on play, but Dorregaray of Vole gives you an answer to these things like Ciri that we were struggling with, as you saw in that last game. Dorregaray of Vole is an answer to Ciri, and also Foltest, which is another one we might have problems with if they play the Troy guy first. So I think, even though I like Berengar, I think Dorregaray of Vole is a better choice for the deck, so we'll make that swap, and we'll go with this version for the future. The decks always change. I never really have a final version of a deck. People have final versions. They may have played a couple hundred more games than me, otherwise I don't see how you ever come to a conclusion about what's best. Because some things are better when people play other stuff, so it all depends on what the meta is. For example, if there was no Thousand Wanderers, I probably wouldn't be playing Axii as much. But anyway, this is the version that we ended up with after this video today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you next time.